All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we have a funny discussion in the subreddit for Overwatch. What's the worst feeling in Overwatch? To me, it's when people say diff after they win, especially when you do better than them. It doesn't frustrate me personally, but it is annoying. I mean, I guess you could call that almost frustrating, but it's just like one of those things that I just like roll my eyes at and I'm like, all right, whatever. Like it's not that deep, bro. Anyway, let's see some of the top comments and see if I can relate. Maybe you guys can relate. And yeah, let's just go from there. Top comment we got here is overextending for a kill when a squishy has like 10 HP. They get giga healed instantly, not getting the kill, and then dying within 1 second by the whole enemy team who were closer than you thought / expected and didn't miss a single shot. I mean, that's a very specific scenario. Personally, obviously, I think this has happened to everyone. I try not to chase too much anymore, especially when I know the enemy team is even remotely close. It's just, to give you guys an idea, in comp, I'm a Platinum 1 for DPS. I'm a Platinum 1 for... Actually, I'm a Platinum 1 for all the roles. I'm a Platinum 1 for DPS, tank, and heal. I feel like if I tried really hard, I could get back to Diamond, but I like to play all three roles because I get too bored otherwise. But in those ranks, I find it very often that you have to really be smart about your positioning and not get overly ambitious. So, I mean, that's just for me personally. But yeah, it used to be really frustrating the more often it used to happen. But you can't really do that anymore because your teammates will bitch at you otherwise if you freaking do anything stupid. Anything. Even if you do good, you get bitched at. Playing tank. This is the second comment, by the way. Playing tank and desperately cling to life because your team keeps shooting the enemy Orisa that is being healed by both her healers instead of trying to kill her support so we can quickly kick her ass after her support is shut down. Her life support is shut down. At the end of the game, proceed to complain, but we were good DPS. We had 10k damage, yeah, while shooting at an immortal Orisa with a giant hitbox. Exactly why stats don't paint the whole picture. I'd much rather get a DPS with 4k damage that constantly picked up supports than a 10k who just used their tank as a bullet sponge. I mean, this is probably one of the most universal problems in all of the game, is people don't really aim at the supports. You know, they just shoot at what's there. They see something, they shoot it, something big, they shoot it. You know, it's kind of what's grabbing their attention, especially if it's shooting back at them. But yes. Okay, this one's really good. The feeling playing a tank and a Pharah is shooting you from above and you can't do anything about it because your DPS won't switch. Seriously, what the heck am I supposed to do when I'm occupied on the ground already? The Pharah is pocketed, good luck trying to kill them. Anytime you see a Pharah, me personally, I just bust out Soldier. Ashe would work really well. I also use Bastion. Anyone with any kind of, again, decent range going for themselves. Hanzo, even though he has range, is an awful idea against Pharah because he has no hit scan. So it's got to be someone, like I said, similar to a Soldier where you can kind of just blast a little bit from afar, even at medium range. Like Cassidy wouldn't be an awful idea if you were good with Cassidy, but most Cassidys, I'm not too sure based off of the ones I've played with. But yes, I can relate to this one. I think a lot of people can. Even if you're a support, just getting fucking shot down from a Pharah is annoying. When your teammate who's been feeding the other team the entire match says support diff. I think it goes beyond just support diff. Obviously, it goes any teammates who are just too stupid to understand how to play the game, but then bitch and then say diff or GG right when the match starts. It's like, okay, that's my frustration actually. Now that I'm talking about this, why say GG when the match just starts, even though the team didn't have a good first 30 seconds? Like, dude, the match just started. Saying GG is just fucking dumb. Like, you have to be a real sore loser or a really skeptic person. That goes beyond being skeptic. That's just being a bitch. Honestly, that's just being negative. That's just being toxic. Yeah, that toxic's the right word I'm looking for. You're just fucking toxic. If you're saying GG immediately 30 seconds into the match because your team gets wiped, like, dude, you have so much time. You don't just say GG and just bitch about every little fucking thing. That's my frustration in this. Reading that comment made me think of it. Your team is in the lead on a push map. The enemy team takes control of the bot and overtime hits. If our team wins just one team fight to get the enemy off the bot, we win the game. Then watching teammates mindlessly W key onto the bot one by one, moths to a flame. The temptation is too strong. Maybe they even waste a valuable ult in hope of solo carrying our team to victory. No regroup, no team fight, only a slow trickle of preventable loss. Yeah, I've been on both sides of it. I think the push mode can definitely cause some of the most frustration in all of the game. It's definitely a huge momentum kind of mode. Whoever has the momentum is really going to get rolling. On that last push, when that other team has momentum, they're just kind of sitting on the bot. Even though it should be preventable, it's a terrible feeling. Next comment, constantly being stuck on a 4v5 while waiting for the AFK to leave and the 5th player to join. This is for quick play. I don't play quick play. I think quick play, yes, people can still want to win and take it somewhat seriously, but anytime I'm on quick play, that's when I like. It's been a while since I've been on quick play, but that's when I would like try new heroes and try to get the hang of it. So winning and losing in quick play to me wasn't like the end of the world. You could kind of just have fun. Getting a player to 1 health and then reload. It's inconvenient, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's frustrating. You know your magazine size going into it. You know how much bullets you have and can carry and can use, and if you're out there just blasting, I mean, again, it's kind of like you knew this could happen. When you try your hardest and you think you're doing really well, then having the team shit in you. Shit in you? Excuse me, in? Yeah. I'm with this guy. I'm 100. What? All right, next comment. Losing a 5v4 or worse 5v3 team fight. Yeah. Overconfidence is a flimsy shield. I just think anytime you have the upper hand, losing a fight is always frustrating, but a lot of it, more often than not, is just probably focus or skill issue, as opposed to just some luck or some bullshit. So to me, if I know that it's legit, I don't get too frustrated. Being stuck in an unfair game. I feel that. This happens to me a lot. When I want to practice another hero, Hanzo, Ashe, Widow, Doomfist, I end up switching because I cannot bear to be the bad teammate that cannot do jack shit. So again, in quick play, I don't think it's that deep. I think you should try out heroes. That's what it's meant for, is just to have fun. In ranked, if you're dragging your team down, now that's the real like fuck, because you just feel like you don't belong. And not only that, dude, if anyone who plays even remotely bad, even if you're playing good and your teammates are just frustrated, they're just gonna be toxic. It's one of the shitty things about this community that I think a lot of people understand by now, is that there's so many toxic people. It's ridiculous. Getting hit with a sleep dart without getting shot and just laying there feels like forever. I mean, personally, this is just me. I would rather get sleep darted and then not get shot because I'm still alive. It's gonna feel like a hell of a lot more forever if I get sleep darted and then I die, because then I have to wait the whole 10 seconds on respawn just to get back in the fight, as opposed to getting put to sleep, waking up, and I'm in the fight. So I think that one, that's just a patience thing, dude. And even then, it requires more time to respawn. Getting killed by Mercy. All right. I've never been frustrated by that unless we're in a 1v1 and I'm actually like trying to kill the Mercy. If I'm running away from 3 or 4 players and the Mercy just kills me, I'm not losing my sleep over that. If I'm at 1 after I finish a fight and the Mercy just happens to see me, I'm not getting too frustrated. But again, if I'm like legitimately just in a fight with the Mercy and I lose, that shit would, oh man, that would set me off, because that would just show how bad I am at the game. That oh man, that would do me in. Let's do one more comment. Okay, this one has like very few upvotes, so only has 9, but I think it's pretty funny. Getting killed by the same character I'm playing as always fills me with shame. Now, it's funny that he says that, because whenever I play Hanzo, and I'm playing against another Hanzo, which is super rare because even then seeing Hanzos it's not too often you see Hanzo, period. So when there's two Hanzos on different teams, of course, and they're just like killing you way more than you're killing them, you're just like, fuck, like this is ridiculous. This is filling me with shame. It makes you just want to fucking grind the character out. For me personally, it makes me want to grind the character out more and just be better so that shit doesn't happen again. Or even if they're not directly killing me and they're just like stats are just way higher than mine, kills, damage, whatever the case may be, I'm really gonna reevaluate what I'm doing. Like, okay, clearly I'm just not that fucking good with this character or something. Although sometimes I don't really take into account when I should that the other player just might be really, really, really good. Because all in all, I'd say I'm a pretty solid Hanzo. But once we get into once I'm in Plat 1 or higher lobbies, my Hanzo gameplay extremely varies, because if there's a Reinhardt, if there's a Sigma, Hanzo is awful against big shields. Awful against big shields. It's not a pleasant it's not a pleasant thing to witness. Okay, this is the last one because it's quick. Seeing someone dying because typing on the chat. Yeah, that happens way too much. People sometimes get told something and they're just like triggered and they just have to respond. I've actually been there before. I've triggered, but I've not been triggered. Let me rephrase. I've been in a match where I'm so confident we'll win, I just don't give a shit and I'm gonna say something. But I won't die for it, right? I have to be extremely confident. I borderline have to know we're gonna win for me to get on the chat and talk that much shit or something if somebody just bombarding our team or something. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, this is All We've Been Different. And we out.